What's going on, everybody?
It's Whataweeb.
And today, we got a little something different. We have live reacted in the past, a lot actually. And we live reacted to Attack on Titan actually. So this time around, we wanted to just try something different and do a review. Just thinking about the entire episode after we actually both took a shot at it. So, hopefully this works well. You excited, Nestor?
I was excited for this episode. It was very good, I think. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, yeah. This, I think they did a good job, especially with, how they just worked on the whole thing. But before we get into that, if you are hyped, remember to like, comment, subscribe to become a Weeb today. Make sure to check us out on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord, linked in the description below. Otherwise, all right, why don't you start us off then, my guy? Why don't you start us off?
All right, so I guess we go into this episode really just recapping how Maria had gone down. So way throwback to episode 1 at episode 50. How all of our main cast had lost their homes nearly 5 years ago, and I guess a third of the population lost their homes or died during that day. But it was a really nice little recap to really remind us of how big of a moment it was in the entire series and how big of it was for our characters and how it affected them.
Oh, for sure. It kind of just started the entire thing, and then almost perfectly it just leads into the new opening. And wow. All right, that opening pretty much was the first opening, but I don't know, almost remix if you want to say. It's made by the same guys who did the first opening. So that was great. And the imagery in there just shows them ready to go, ready to fight, ready, the season's going to be packed with action. And I'm happy. That opening, I know.
Yeah. It was a nice throwback.
Nice throwback. My buddy literally messaged me right after he watched it. He was like, yo, that opening was the best thing I ever watched. And I'm like, you're right. This was probably... It hyped me up for this season again, to be honest, of anime. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much.
It was much needed as well. So after the opening had happened, we see the entire scout regiment that is hoping to take out Maria walking in the middle of the night, the new moon. So I guess there was no Titans were walking around at night, thankfully. No hybrids were able to move because there was no sunlight being reflected. And in the midst of all of this, we get to see Eren and Armin, and I guess only those two really showing their fear of Eren just shaking with his little light, holding it, and Armin being like, "You're scared?" And Eren's like, "Nah, I'm not scared." And then Armin's like, "Yeah, I'm scared. This entire thing's got me shaking," and he's showing his shaking light, and it got me really, it got me sort of in the mood of how scary Titans truly are again, because I know at a certain point Titans became less scary, and then season 3 we didn't really see them that much, but season 2 tried to show us again, and then this new part 2 of season 3 was nice, and then after that.
For sure, especially with how I think this whole season 3 part 2 was gonna focus on just the Titans being the focus again. So I think we're gonna have that fear again. And honestly, this episode starts off with just showing how each character is scared, and I think that's perfect. And honestly, we get a lot of it's almost an Armin-centric episode for a lot of it. If anything, it probably is an Armin-centric episode with how Armin talking to Eren, telling Armin how he's helped him out. He gave him a dream. He's the reason. One of the reasons why he's here today. Yeah, a will to live. He didn't have anything before, but Armin's love for exploration, seeing the sea, all that stuff really pushed Eren forward and outwards. And we kind of see that Armin has grown a lot. He's able to help Eren like that. He's no longer running behind trying to catch up to him. He's with him, and he's a pillar of support for him. And honestly, it just further compounds that when you see. First thing he notices when they get to the wall is that there's empty tea cups, I guess, black tea cups. So he notices that and he straight up says, "Hey, look, there were 3 people here." So already, 3? They thought there was only going to be 2, being Reiner and Bertolt. But from there, they can just jump to the fact that okay, they're somewhere around here. They're waiting. It was warm. Armin's able to deduce all of this and tell it to Irvin, and we get to see Irvin say that Armin, go take care of it. The commander of your regiment literally just said, I'm relying on you to pretty much save us. So you really see that he has a lot of faith in Armin, and that like he actually has this brain power, this ability to help, even though he's not the strongest fighter.
Yeah, and I think it really showcased when it was like Armin's will to really like his brain capacity really expanded when his back was against the wall, when the mission was supposed to continue, and Armin was just going through his entire brain. If I can't figure out where these guys are, where these 3 people are, we're going to die. I need to figure it out or we're all gonna die. And he kept seeing that in slow motion, and then eventually it came into a snap what he needed to do next. But before then, the entire mission was to plug out the walls. And so the plan was make sure any of the Titans that were inside of Wall Maria had no way out. So the plan was to block outside the outer wall, and then block the inner wall, and then delete all the Titans that were left in that little part of Wall Maria. And nothing really happened. Eren is able to plug the outer wall with no hiccups.
Yeah, I know, and they're like, but that's also another point where Armin's like, wait a second, did I just plug the outer wall? There's no resistance. Are they waiting for something? Like, is something happening? And then he realizes that, after the command, the people he's given by Irvin to search around don't find anything, he realizes that, wait a sec, we saw Titans inside the wall before. What if these guys are inside the wall? And everybody's like, what are you doing? This is a hunch you have. You think this is possible? But Irvin comes over and hears Armin say what Nestor said before, that we have to think, differently or we'll die. If we don't, they always get the jump on us. So if we don't predict them, we're gonna lose. And as soon as Irvin hears that, shoots up the red flare, stops the mission, and he goes into like, all right, we gotta go search, gotta go do it, just further strengthening Armin's position in the army, I guess.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment for him.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. And then they start just searching the wall for, I guess, an acoustic sound.
They were looking for any hollow points, and I guess that Armin deduced that it would have been near the entrance because Reiner and Berthold and whoever may have been the third person who was revealed later, they had to know what was happening, and so I guess being at the entrance was the best way to see everything. So they had, through all the doubters, one of the doubters was able to find Reiner. And right when he was found, Reiner stabbed him. And right when Reiner stabbed him, Levi stabbed him in the neck, in the heart, or Reiner didn't die. He transformed. I'm very confused as to how the Titan powers work on base human form, because I'm pretty sure that should have killed normal human pretty instantaneously, especially after Levi had all that practice in the first part of this season.
Yeah, I think it's more so like pretty much if you don't one-shot them, if they're still even a little alive, they can Titanize. So you would literally have to like pretty much decapitate them or just crush their heart, like something crazy. So I guess Reiner was able to just barely avoid it, and as soon as that happens, the Reiner Titanizes, and we get to see the Beast Titan to come again. And whenever they show the Beast Titan, like. He makes that like crazy smile, he's spooky, he's scary. I think that scene where they just show his face, wow, this is like goosebumps. He's just like smiling, ready to fight. We even see another Titan in the corner behind the Beast Titan, like carrying like the cart Titan. I forget the actual name for it, but he's carrying something. So that could be another potential thing that shows up in the fight. That should be pretty cool.
It was really cool when Reiner like Titanized. You saw like the entire outer wall Titanize as well. So it really got me interested. Are they like how many humans can transform into Titans?
For sure, but I think that's really just part of the Beast Titan's powers, because we've seen the Beast Titan like come with a group of Titans before. So maybe he just put people, I don't know, there and just Titanized all of them. I'm not sure. But it's definitely going to be a big fight for sure. Beast Titan straight up is probably as strategic as Irvin. Blocks their escape, so it's a pretty much fight to the death that's gonna happen next.
Yeah. So everyone thought that the Beast Titan thought he missed. Everyone was the only one to deduce it was actually strategic and great. And this is feeling like Game of Thrones type of ending right here.
Oof.
We know what's gonna happen the next episode, but we just don't know how it's gonna end.
And don't forget, guys, we still have to get to the basement. So after this fight, hopefully they can still get to the basement. Here's hoping.
Fingers crossed on that, dog.
Yeah, but honestly, after that point, the episode pretty much ends. It's not like it's a 24-minute episode, but it really felt short. It felt fast and hyped us up for the next episode. And of course, how can you not talk about the first episode of an anime without talking about, of course, like we did the OP and the new ending. So what do you want to say about that ending, Nestor?
I got goosebumps watching it. It was nice seeing all our academy students in their academy days with a beautiful piano in the background. Really just pinpointing specific scenes within the entire first season that in the academy that were really memorable with when they first got into the academy, when they first started learning how to spar with each other, when John and Aaron had their fight in the cafeteria, and Aaron showed him who's boss, and then them all graduating. Those are really just little goosebump moments, and it really just nice throwbacks, dog.
They've grown up, right? They've grown up, and we've been able to experience them grow up and become the soldiers they are, like, today. And honestly, there's nothing else we can do but wait for the next episode that's going to be called Thunder Spears. I'm hyped.
Yeah, so let us know what you thought of the episode as a whole. If you guys are hyped for this new part to the season, let us know as well in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Whataweeb today. Description below. Follow us on our social media, Twitch. Interact with us on our Discord. Join us there. Otherwise, this has been Nestor.
This has been Durka.
And Sayo.
Nada.